Howdy, Spencer again. Wanted to talk about something Lawz did here not too long ago. I don't know what city he was in this time. It's kind of hard to keep track because he likes to travel around and mess with everybody. But he somehow managed to find himself in a situation where a local city had put up some new one-way traffic signs where evidently before that it was either a two-way or the other way. I don't know. I don't live wherever this was. And I can't remember what city it was, like I said, because I watched so many things on him and at least a couple dozen other frauditors that they kind of all blend together with their nonsense. But he got irritated because the police were pulling people over to let them know that the road had been changed now and it's a one-way. Well, Chile, Juan Castro, you can look up, I don't know what name he wants to go by. We'll just call him Chile because that seems to be the most popular one these days. He found it very interesting that a gentleman in a pickup truck got pulled over by the police and was being informed about the new change on this street about it being a one-way. Well, he saw the back window of this gentleman's pickup truck, and it had one of these on the back window. Now, I have 3 of these on my car. I have an SUV, very, very old one, but I really like my little SUV. It's not that little. It's a Jeep. I have one on each side of the back rear side windows, and then I have one on the very back of the car. I also have the same thing in license plate form on the front of my Jeep. I even have a police state-issued license plate for the memorial fund for the state that I live in, meaning every year you renew, $10 of that renewal goes to to a family of a fallen officer in my state, which I technically live in a commonwealth, but you get the point. He called this person a terrorist for having one of these on their car. That's where he lives in his head. Then again, he also wears these weird sunglasses where he thinks all different kinds of law enforcement agencies or people outside are going to look in and you'll have to look at that video. That's a whole other thing I don't want to get into. But it's almost the same as flying one of these. And this is one of my little ones. I have a few of these. I'm running out of them. I try to hand them out to police officers when I see them with other things. I have the full-size version of this little sweetie hanging outside my back door. It's getting very tattered and torn. I really would like to replace it. But if you have one of these, you're a terrorist.
10-4 break for 32.
In his mind. I'm going to put my scanner on mute. I apologize. See, to me it's normal. I hear it all the time. It's really sad that somebody that not only is lying about being a constitutional law scholar, but is also traveling around the country and then just blatantly accosting people, and then just his verbal diarrhea that never, ever, ever stops, and wants to say this is a terrorist. I realize after the situation that happened in Minnesota coming up on a few years ago really changed people's opinions on certain things. But this symbol right here, my friends and foes, has nothing to do with terrorism. What this means is you appreciate law enforcement. You support them. You appreciate what they do. It's just a little symbol of being thankful. Yeah, are there a few bad ones? Do we even have to go into that? Everybody knows that. I don't know a job out there or a profession or an industry where there aren't bad people. Well, I don't know too many people that are waking up every single morning, working 12, 16-hour shifts, maybe sometimes 6 days in a row, for not a whole lot of money, to possibly not come home at the end of the day. Okay? The only terrorist in this specific scenario, and I don't even want to use the word terrorist because that's actually a real thing. I was going to say delete Lawz is, or Chile, but he's not even a terrorist. He's just a jackass. He's just an idiot. So, got my hackles up a little bit. That's why I wanted to post that. So if you see that video flying around somewhere, and again, I don't have any fancy equipment. I never will. I'm not going to be a big YouTube person, probably. But I wanted to at least share that with you because he's a jackass. Not just because of this. I mean, for, I don't know, I think about 9,370 other things too. But if you see that video and you see where he sees somebody that gets pulled over by the police, and I think the police just gave the guy a warning. They might have given him a ticket. But the fact that you have this on the back of your car does not mean you're exempt from getting a ticket. I got a ticket 2.5 years ago, and my car was covered in these things. Plus I had, not covered, but I had 3. And I have a police license plate. But I made a mistake. I pulled over immediately. I knew it as soon as I did it. I pulled over, and I got my ticket. I went to court. It was dismissed. And that was that. You know, you go on with your life. It's just, we're not looking to get special treatment. We're just letting our men and women in blue out there to know that even we may not wear the uniform, we still appreciate the heck out of you. All right? So he can just keep doing what he's doing, and one day he's going to just take it too far, and he's going to wind up in jail for a while. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'll just leave it at that. All right? Have a good night. Hug cats. Wear your seatbelt.